The latest, Biden pleads for action on climate in UN speech. The latest on the UN General Assembly, President Joe Biden is appealing to delegates to the UN General Assembly for action on climate change. He says the situation is at a code red for humanity. Biden says the world is fast approaching a point of no return with regard to extreme weather events that are taking lives and costing billions of dollars in damage. He says every nation must bring their highest possible ambitions to an upcoming global climate conference in Glasgow, Scotland, that he plans to attend. Biden says he's working with the US Congress on climate investments and encouraged other leaders to work with their governments, too, saying it will help create good-paying jobs for their citizens. The address is Biden's first to the UN General Assembly. Biden says the US is looking forward after recently turning the page on 20 years of war in Afghanistan. President Joe Biden is delivering his first address to the United Nations General Assembly. Biden opened by addressing the challenge and loss facing the world from COVID-19, and he appealed to delegates to address climate change. Biden is delivering the speech at a difficult time in his still new presidency after the chaotic US withdrawal from Afghanistan and a new deal with Australia and the United Kingdom that has angered France, one of America's oldest European allies.
Biden told delegates he will outline how the U.S. intends to work with partners and allies to help lead the world toward a more prosperous future for all people. To deliver for our own people, we must also engage deeply with the rest of the world, he said. Secretary General Antonio Guterres rang the alarm in his annual State of the World speech at Tuesday's opening of the UN General Assembly's annual high-level meeting for leaders of its 193 member nations. "We are on the edge of an abyss, and moving in the wrong direction," he said. Guterres pointed to supersized glaring inequalities sparked by the COVID-19 pandemic, climate alarm bells ringing at fever pitch, upheavals from Afghanistan to Ethiopia and Yemen thwarting global peace, a surge of mistrust and misinformation polarizing people and paralyzing societies, and human rights under fire. And he lamented that instead of humility in the face of these epic challenges, we see hubris. Despite all these crises and challenges, the UN chief said he has hope. Guterres urged world leaders to bridge divides to promote peace, restore trust between the richer North and developing South on tackling global warming, reduce the gap between rich and poor, promote gender equality, ensure that the half of humanity that has no access to the internet is connected by 2030, and tackle the generation divide by giving young people a seat at the table.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.